like GPUs itself, like Intel also just recently did like a surprise launch of their new graphic card.
Surprise!
Surprise!
Okay, whenever I see Intel, right, I'm always prepared to be disappointed. Always.
Dude, come on, man.
I'm totally anti-Intel, man. I don't know. It's PTSD, bro.
You gotta give Intel some love, okay? Intel has done a lot of things way past that phase. You gotta give them some chance. Dude, okay. I'm just like you on regarding the last time, like the Apple whole thing. Like I'm actually giving Apple a chance because they are actually coming out with good stuff. It's just that unfortunately it has to made in this certain area, and unfortunately it looks exactly the same. But overall the whole idea of it is actually quite good. So I understand if you shit on Intel's like the graphic card because it really cannot make it. I feel that their graphic card can't make it. But if you're gonna go for like I'm not dissing on any country or anything, like a third world country, everything who uses this kind of graphic card, I think ideally it's great for them already because they don't need such a powerful high-end card for most of the thing. So I think the ARC flagship is, from what I heard, the whole entire ARC flagship is actually targeting China.
The thing is, right, what is the price to performance?
Okay, so the ARC price, right, is definitely way cheaper than your normal RTX card.
Yeah, so that's the thing, because if it's cheaper, right, then it makes more sense.
It will be cheaper.
Yeah.
It can never pass it. So basically, the price of our card is the price of your 3060 to 3070 kind of card. So the price range is about $700 to $800. That's the price range of the ARC card.
What's a sub $200 card? Oh, so it's sub $200 for an A580.
Okay. Sub 200. But I understand shipping, cost of shipping, and then supplier. Yeah, after supplier is the what's the thing called? The consumer and the sales. So by the time $700 already.
Okay, for 700 plus.
Did you just say plus? Oh, 700 plus?
700 plus, I don't know. Yeah, so the thing is like where in the whole tier system does it go? Which cards is it supposed to like compete with, like the 3050 or 4060?
I think it's not competing with most of the card.
Or is it like its own kind of a special tier of things?
Intel ARC card is on its own generation, and it doesn't affect any other card. I mean, if you were to ask me, because I think they are only targeting certain demographic and countries for the ARC card, because the price range is way cheaper. Like, I ask you, would you want to buy an ARC card? This one, we should have the highest of the architecture with the geek and the design, everything, or would you buy like a 1660?
1660.
Fuck you.
Do you know why?
Because because it's Intel, that's why you know.
No, because it's what Nvidia offers as well. It's what I use. Okay, so I didn't input in our list of topics, but Intel, what's the game? Starfield, right? Yeah. So the thing about why I said Nvidia is because of the drivers and what it offers. Like for example, Intel Arc, right? There are a lot of applications or games that are not like tailored, let's say, for the GPU itself. Like there's some games which is going to run better on Nvidia, some games going to run better on AMD or something, right?
Correct.
So something with Intel, they need to come up with good drivers, and they need applications and other things to actually support them to make it really good. Like I was going to say about Starfield is that Intel Arc GPU driver there's an update which promises up to 149% better performance in Starfield. So this is an example of like they just need to update drivers for it to perform really well.
Correct.
Yeah. So it's something that Intel really needs to buck up with their drivers and stuff and people to actually support the GPU itself. So I'm hoping that they actually make it cheap, So a lot of people buy, so there'll be a lot more people who actually use it, and then a lot more application and developers will come out with stuff for it. That's it.
If the card coming out on the price, like as like the price of 500, would you buy it to try it?
$500.
Yeah.
If it's not inflated price, yeah, I did. For sure. Just try.
Okay. I can't tell you exactly why or how or anything, but I'm just gonna tell you that that's all I know. I mean, that's all I can say also. Intel Arc card will never fluctuate that high for a couple of reasons. So you can get this card at the exact price that it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But the problem is just that, after all the transfer from the shipping to everything, the price will go up because of this. That's about it.
Yeah. I'm just wondering what else would future or rather like the current Intel Arc GPU cards will actually offer. Cause I feel like Intel need to work on their like SoC kind of style CPUs actually.
I mean, that's true. But like I said, we are beginning to move into... Remember we talked about during this in episode 2 or 3?
Hey.
I think 2. We are moving into wireless cards soon.
Yeah.
So, and most of the things are going to be moving a big change. From what I see, probably 2025 is where the beginning of most of the thing will start changes. Like wireless GPU and everything, cables all managed nicely, properly. And that's the one, 2025 to 2026. That's where everything will start.
Yeah, man.
But, I mean, Intel Arc is just a new player. And there's people who want to see whether this new player can potentially fight with the big dogs. You see? So, slowly, if who knows, if let's say they actually can compare to it, I'm not surprised if they're gonna sell you Arc GPU with CPU combo in the future, and it's gonna be a very good value price.
Like, do you know the Intel NUC?
Yeah.
I will want them to have like the Intel Arc, like smaller size kind of GPU in that kind of Intel NUC kind of size. That'll be so good.
It potentially might happen, but also you have to think that it's basically will be like a sonar box. Yeah. But who knows? Maybe they can do it. Like, you see, like they already fitted like GPUs into like the... What's that small little thing called? I don't remember, but there's definitely some machines that have like built-in GPUs. Oh, I mean, we make it simple. A laptop is one already.
Yeah.
Like, the GPU is built inside the motherboard, so I'm not surprised, like, the Arc will have GPU capabilities.
Yeah, they just need to constantly update with the drivers. Yeah, because recently there's also update to Arc drivers which actually give more performance into gaming. But aside from gaming, I just hope that they come with other things like improvement on H.265 or H.264 encoding, so that you can actually stream YouTube or Netflix or like video edit or whatever it is.
I think that would be ultimately a secondary priority. Like, it's not gonna be a major priority for them, but definitely graphics and everything with all the gigahertz that running your programs. I think that'll be the top priority. The rest will be secondary. But time will tell. I think it's gonna happen, whether it's gonna be good or it's gonna be bad. But like I always said, always give like a fair chance. Like, as a new player, obviously people want you to support them, but there's only so much we can support until they fuck it up.
Intel, I swear they need to change the management as well.
Intel.
I was going to comment that Intel actually has a comment about Thunderbolt 5.
What about Thunderbolt 5?
Just a new thing, like faster speeds and stuff from Intel. Because Intel comes out with a along with Apple USB-C, right? So obviously there's a Thunderbolt. That power supply is a Thunderbolt 3, then 4, and then now it's coming out with 5, which will deliver like twice the speed of a Thunderbolt 4. So Thunderbolt 4 and USB 4 is about 40 gigabits per second, while Thunderbolt 5 is going to be about 80.
Yeah.
Yeah. So something that Intel actually does a lot of stuff. My
They
problem
do.
with them is always the CPU. But aside from that, they come out with other things like Thunderbolt 5, and which is pretty good.
But
Yeah.
we'll see. Okay. Alright, guys. Let's try 2025, even for 15 Gen CPU Intel. Okay. We'll see this, how it goes. Then maybe you can get a new take about Intel CPUs.
I'm just waiting for them to not screw up shit.
They haven't been, okay? They haven't been. Don't worry about it.
I don't know, man. I have a lot of Intel PTSD.
But we'll see how till then, you know. We'll let it run its course. When it's ready, then you'll be ready, Yuan. You will be ready.
Maybe. Who knows?
There's no baby. I'm gonna make sure you'll be ready. Alright,
Yeah.
okay?